Yes, I'm back. I didn't publish or record an episode last week, but that is what I am going to talk about on this week's episode of Weathering the Autism Storm. Welcome back to Weathering the Autism Storm. I'm JP, your host. I'm an autistic meteorologist who wants this vlog to show my life as such as some of the adventures and experience I have. This week I want to explain why there was no episode last week, as you probably have noticed it if you are a subscriber and constant viewer. If you recall, a few weeks ago I did an episode on how companies can do better at hiring and interviewing autistic candidates for jobs, as well as how autistics can improve on interviews. Well, I had an interview, so I was busy with that. Last week, I was busy preparing for an interview for a job. Sadly, I did not move on to the second round for that position. However, I am going to talk to some of those who looked at my application and interviewed me on what I can do better the next time. I thought I did better this time, as I had gotten the questions ahead of time, just like I experienced before, and said would be helpful in my autism job hunting episode. In addition, when I was working on coming up with how I was going to answer the questions, I broke it down into what I learned from the past, such as incorporating what I have been told about using the principles of the organization into why I wanted to work for that company, and how that particular office would factor into my long-term goals. While I have not yet learned what I could do better from this past round, I am already looking forward to build into what I have learned. In addition to the interview prep, I did not post an episode last week as I was having trouble trying to pick a good episode on what to discuss because of what I have planned for the next few weeks. I also have been stressed a bit lately with some personal stuff, including planning an upcoming trip, which I hope to take you all on, as well as the fact that I have been having trouble falling asleep a couple of nights this past few weeks. In other news, I was interviewed by a podcast called Stormfront Freaks to talk about my experience as an autistic meteorologist. I am not sure which episode they will put the segment in, although they said it might be the next one coming out next week on May 27th. Next week I will be back to my normal programming with an episode on hurricanes, as hurricane season is right around the corner. I would like to ask if you could help share my channel to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Finally, if you have future episode ideas, please leave them in the comments. That way I don't hopefully have another writer's block. Thanks, and I'll see you next time when I discuss hurricanes on Weathering the Autism Storm.